Nandito na ako. Nagsi-join na kaya mga ilayo pa.
Okay, so we have 11 viewers now.
11 viewers. All right.
Yeah, so we're actually live, Argelo. So thank you so much for taking this time to share your expertise and experience as a how do you say it again?
Business systems analyst.
Business systems analyst. Yeah. So Argelo will be our speaker for tonight, and we'll just wait for a few guys to join before we start.
Outdated pala ang aking slide. Yeah. Programmer analyst.
Programmer analyst. How many years ago was that?
2, 3 years.
Ago.
Grabe. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I think time is a little bit slower ngayong. Well, I can't say na mabagal yung oras since the lockdown started. It felt like it was, pero now that I think about it, now that we're entering June, it feels like parang
3 buwan na pala tayo naka-lockdown.
Yeah, imagine that, right? So for me, it's like three
And
months.
We still have 1K new cases. Kahapon lang. Ilang kaya ngayon, no?
Yeah, imagine, right? So I think we're just finding out how many people are actually positive.
Yes.
Because it's just now that we're really rapidly testing a lot of people, I think. Yeah.
It's a good indicator actually na makita natin yung kabuuan ng curve para mas maayos yung decision making natin.
Yeah, so how do you feel about that? So let's talk about that, Argelo, while we're waiting for a few more guys to join. I think data really plays a very important role in understanding the pandemic. And do you think that as Filipinos have enough data to understand what's really happening on the perspective of an analyst?
I am very afraid what they're doing with the current data. Kasi imagine, they made a decision to do the GCQ based on the previous data, right? From kailan ba sila nag-decide nun? May 15 yata, May 17, the GCQ talks is already umaalingaw na, di ba? At yung data natin doon, kulang. It has 7K backlogs. Yung basis ng GCQ on a June 1 is based on a data with missing data points. It's 7K data points yung missing. No? Tapos ngayon, sinasabi nila na it was late cases. So para bang, wag yan ang pansinin yung additional 1,000 cases na yan kasi late cases naman yan. Which is something wrong. It has to be factored out doon sa decision making nung previous weeks. I don't know. It feels like parang, ano ba? Is this the end of the data-driven decisions? Because how they are influencing with the data-driven decisions. So the key takeaway of what I'm trying to say is that kung yung data mo is up to date and kung timely yung reporting mo, hindi yung kagaya niya na palaging late, and free of manipulation, or kung merong justification yung dahilan kung bakit natin ini-exclude yung data or ini-include yung data or minamassage yung data, as long as we are transparent with our methods in gaining and delivering the data, okay ang data-driven decision. Pero kung kagaya nito na medyo shady yung mga nangyayari, medyo natatakot ako for my job. Baka mamaya wala na akong kredibilidad pagkatapos nitong COVID-19 bruhahan na to.
Yeah, I totally agree. And yeah, for some countries kasi they just really plan for the worst, I think. So regardless of what data is presented to them, they just assume the worst case scenario and prepare for the worst. I think for any crisis, for any calamity, I think that would be that's the best approach. So although
For successful countries like Korea and Japan and Vietnam, hindi sila nag-interfere with the data. Kung ano yung lumabas, yun. And kung ano yung consequences nun, tinatanggap nila. Unlike sa atin, no, parang medyo something weird happened with our data. Hindi ko naman inaakusahan na binotch nila yung data. It's just that something weird happened na mahirap pagkatiwalaan yung data natin yun.
Well, June 1 is the first day of the general community quarantine, so we'll find out what will happen, and then siguro 14 days, no? That's the incubation period.
14 days.
Yeah.
Yun naman yung incubation period.
Oh yeah, but in any case, that's a very interesting topic to discuss siguro on a different session. And thank you so much, Argelo, for sharing your thoughts on that. I think it's really important for people to understand that data is playing really an important role, and there's a right approach to understanding it, not because you want it to be interpreted in a way na would benefit I'll stop right there. So baka may masabi pa ako na hindi maganda. Right. Okay. So guys, thank you for everyone.
Government official na nanonood sa atin. Hopefully. Baka may pagulat na lang ako may SWAT nang pumasok dito.
Baka may .edu pala na nag-register. Pero anyways, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. For today's session, we have Argelo Bautista. So he's a Microsoft MVP for Data Platform. And again, thank you so much, and good evening to everyone. Welcome to the 4th session of TechPH Online Saturday session on new emerging technologies. And I'm Luis Barring, your host. And for those who have questions, please feel free to comment them on the comment section. If you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, it doesn't really matter. Just leave your questions in the comment section, and we'll get to it at the end of the talk. And if you want to receive the session packs or a summary of this talk, you can also register to the link provided on the video description. So please do that as well. And for those who just tuned in, you will be listening to Argelo Royce Bautista on Paginated Reports with PowerBI there. So and also just a reminder to everyone, June is Design and Development Month. So let me just flash this. So it's really nice, this platform that we're using. You can there. Okay. So June is Design and Development Month. We have invited speakers with different specializations to share their experience and expertise. So the topics will include Introduction to Product Design, UX, Design and Development, Introduction to PWA, Developing for Android and iOS with Flutter, Android Native Development, iOS Native Development, Introduction to Game Design, and Game Development. So that's for the entire month of June, and we're also preparing to do a longer session. It's in a form of a workshop wherein you learn more about the topics that we had previously discussed, and Argelo will be doing that as well for us, and that is absolutely for free. That happens on a Wednesday. For you to get more information about that, please don't forget to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll post the details there on how you can join our Wednesday workshops. Um, and also for those of you who are looking for an opportunity, fresh grads, career shifters, kickstart your career today. So if you're a fresh grad or a career shifter and want to pursue a career in IT, Recruitate.com can help you find jobs in awesome companies even during the crisis. Just visit the link to apply. So I'll be posting the link in the comment section, or you can also scan the QR code that you're seeing on your screen right now. And you can also refer your friends and get 3,000 pesos if you're hired. So if you're already employed, happily employed, you can actually just refer your friends to the job. All right. And additionally, guys, we would like to invite you to join our free online session. It's Fundamentals of Salesforce for software developers. So it's a free 4-hour course which will start on June. So limited slots only. Please scan the QR code you're seeing on your screen, or you can also just click on the link that I will be leaving in the comment section. So that's absolutely for free. All right. So again, today we have Argelo, Royce. Can I say Royce? Do you want, or just Argelo Bautista?
Okay lang.
Okay lang, my Royce.
Okay lang.
What's your nickname, Argelo? I never asked
Jello.
you. Oh, Jello. Yeah. So I'll call you
Yeah.
Jello from now on, and for you guys, you can call Argelo Jello because close na tayo ngayon. So Jello will be talking about paginated reports with Power BI. So
Yes.
yeah, take it. The floor is yours, Argelo.
Salamat, Luis. Hello sa ating mga tawag dito. Kinakabahan pa ako. Wait lang. Sa ating mga manonood, ano? Mukhang pakiramdam ko talaga papasok na yung SWAT dito anytime sa mga sinabi ko kanina. Anyway, so I'm Argelo Bautista, and today we're going to talk about paginated reports in Power BI service. So we're going to ano ba? Teka lang. Our quick agenda muna. So what are paginated reports? No? Difference between Power BI reports and paginated reports, and deploying paginated reports. Syempre, yung walang kamatayang hello world example, no? Just to highlight how to deploy, how easy it is to deploy, and connecting to cloud or on-premise data sources. So siguro yung cloud sources muna before we proceed to on-premise data sources, kasi medyo complex na, may added step kasi yung on-premise data sources. And then if time would allow us, we're going to create a paginated report using a Power BI dataset. So ito yung huling bullet na yan ang ating preferred method in doing so. But of course, since paginated report, yung nature niya is more on the operational reports, kaya hindi maiiwasan yung direct connection to the data source. Okay, and then licensing, yung paborito ng lahat. So not necessarily licensing, it's just the SKU at kung magkano ba ang kailangan mo para magamit mo yung Power BI dataset sa inyong paginated reports. Okay, so if you missed the introduction earlier, ayan yung credentials ko, no? Sa mga sa mga kaka-join lang, welcome. I hope you enjoy this talk. Okay, so I'm Argelo Royce Bautista, Microsoft MVP for Data Platform, graduate of Computer Engineering from the University of the East Caloocan, and so far 6 to 7 years na ang aking industry experience, and right now I'm a business systems analyst of Analog Devices, General Trias Cavite, and 2 years sa aking experience is web development, and after kong magawa yung system namin, no? ang mga task ko na is more on the reporting, making sense of the data. So yung kasing dinevelop kong web is more about data gathering, no? Kailan nila na impake to, kailan nila na pick to, kailan nila na kit to. So yung kasi warehouse operations, logistics, and more on time, no? And who, what, where. So yun, 2 years ko dinevelop yung system, and then after 2 years, puro reports na. So after 2 years, so that's 4 to 5 years ago na akong nagde-develop ng reports, and we started with Excel. So back then, si Excel is not so good. Macro yung kanyang pangunahing way on getting things around, or automating stuff. So it was something, I think 2010 or 2013, nasa preview feature na yung Power Query at saka yung Power Pivot. So meron akong requirement that needs 100,000 data to be crunched. Hindi mo naman pwedeng ilagay sa Excel yon and gawa ng formula and then i-VLOOKUP into another 100,000 data set. So I needed to find a more powerful tool to do that, and it has to be in Excel. So ayun, na-discover ko si Power Query, na-discover ko rin si Power Pivot, and then si DAX, na-discover ko rin, until sa nakita ko nang naipanganak si Power BI Desktop and the Power BI Service. So from then forward, I made it a point that I share my knowledge about this new technology to the community. So ano siya, alam mo yung feeling na weakling ka sa opisina, tapos nakita mo yung newfound power mo, and then you suddenly become the god of data sa office nyo. Yun, that's the feeling that I want to impart my viewers and anyone who wants to deal with data na confined sa Excel. Siyempre, kung ikaw developer, you have the whole programming, the whole IT at your disposal. Pero kung business analyst ka lang, or business systems analyst ka lang, or data analyst ka lang, hanggang Excel ka lang. Swerte mo kung may ClickView ka, kung may Tableau ka, or what, Pero kung hindi pa sila masyado nagmo-modernize ng kanilang offices, it is more likely Excel. Swerte na akong Office 365. So na-mention ko na nag-share ako ng knowledge ko sa technical communities or to every other people. So saan yung medium natin? Saan ako nag-share? You have the Philippine Data Platform User Group, formerly SQL Server User Group, the Power BI User Group, and then the Programmers Developers. So mainly sa Programmers Developers ako nag-share kasi nandyan yung mga nangangailangan. Yung mga halimaw o yung mga kayang tumulong sa mga complicated cases nyo, nandyan sa Philippine Data Platform User Group. And of course, I would also like to thank techph.org for inviting me. Maraming salamat. I'm actually enjoying this na virtual lang ating event. And of course, ipa-plug ko na rin, kanina nga sabi ni Luis, on June 3, there will be a workshop, and the workshop is about paginated reports in a day. So we will do our best to provide you with the deployment environment. Iniisip ko pa kung SSRS 2019 or kung pwede yung Power BI Premium mismo, pero it is more likely na SSRS 2019 tayo. So the workshop is about authoring SSRS reports using the report builder. So yun. So yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon is hapyaw ng workshop na mangyayari on a Wednesday. Okay? So if you want to join the Philippine Data Platform Forums, ayan ang link, screenshot it. So Philippine Data Platform Forums, formerly Philippine SQL Server User Group, nag-increase sila sa kanilang nasasakupan, sa kanilang topics, sa kanilang scope, so that they can serve yung modern scenarios natin, the cloud and the other parts of analytics. Dati kasi lang sila, SQL Server and more on the database administration. So now, lahat na, the whole BI stack administration, yung query, yung ETL, yung analytics, and then yung Power BI stuff. So, ano ang pag-uusapan natin? So, ano ba yung hapyaw ng Wednesday workshop natin? So, namili ako ng mga topics from the Paginated Reports in a day. And ito yung napili kong topic. The introductory, what are Paginated Reports, and the difference between Power BI reports and Paginated Reports, and how to deploy Paginated Reports, and connecting to cloud data sources, and then creating a Paginated report. So kung meron pa tayong time, we are going to do the second to the last bullet. If not, mag-jump na lang tayo sa licensing, or at any given time na malapit na matapos yung oras ko, kunin na ako ni Lord. Ika-cut ko na yon, and then sasabihin ko na lang that we go to the Wednesday workshop, and we'll go straight to the pricing, pricing or licensing, or the SKU. Okay. So, ano ba? What are paginated reports? No? So Power BI paginated reports are optimized for printing, PDF, or PDF generation. So obvious naman, di ba? Paginated reports. So it's a kind of report na ilalagay mo sa pages. So in this case, yung nakikita natin dito, no? This one, yan. So gumawa ako ng paginated report at in-export ko siya into Word. So ayan. Obviously, meron tayong header, meron tayong footer, and then kapag pinrint mo siya, ganyan lang, what you see is what you get, ano? And ayan, it's a sales order detail. So meron akong, it's kind of like invoice. Nga lang hindi siya sorted. Pero basically, yan yun, no? Dalawa kasi yung uri ng report. Isang analytical, wherein you look at the trends and make strategic decisions based on the trends. And you also have the operational reports, which means on a day-to-day basis, ano ba ang nangyayari, or kailangan ko ng invoice, kailangan ko ng certificate, kailangan ko ng packing list, I mean, yung listahan ng mga items na nasa loob ng kahon na inimpake mo, ano? And then the total invoice, halimbawa, meron kang 4 na packing list, you want it invoiced in a single month, gano'n, or na monthly basis ka nagbabayad for compliance sa ating DTI, gano'n. So, or even resibo, ano pa ba? Minsan yung performance appraisal, piniprint din yan, or yung mga test results, piniprint din yan. So, yun yung mga example ng paginated reports. Ano? So, if you're going to make Power BI, if you're going to use Power BI for the purpose of creating a report na kailangan mong i-export into PDF, you're doing it wrong. Dahil napakahirap gawin na sa Power BI. So, the proper solution is paginated reports. So they provide you with the ability to produce highly formatted, pixel-perfect layout, and ayan. The good thing about this is that yung paginated reports natin is based on a technology that has been existing for the past 10 years or so. Actually, it is the technology that is being used for the past 10 years or so. In-enhance lang ng in-enhance ni Microsoft, to the point na makater niya yung current advancements natin when it comes to the modern BI. So, yun. Sometimes they are referred to pixel perfect reports or SSRS reports. No, yung crystal reports is also a form of paginated reports. Alam kong na-mention ko yung crystal report kasi yun yung nakikita ko sa forums. Maraming nagtatanong, paano po ba gumawa nito using crystal reports? Well, itapon mo na yung crystal reports mo, SSRS na ang bago. Well, luma na yung SSRS pero hanggang ngayon nare-recycle pa siya. But have you seen crystal report support in Power BI? Wala. Kaya, lipat na sa Microsoft. Okay. Anyway, so let's contrast yung, meron na akong short contrast na ipinakita doon sa paginated reports. So ano ba yung Power BI reports? Ano? So optimize for exploration and interactivity, present your data in ultra-comprehensive, ultra-modern visuals, and the key terms here is dynamic, no? And analytic. So sometimes they are referred to interactive or analytics reports. So kapag ang paginated reports mo is paulit-ulit na nira-run ng user, let's say the paginated reports, yung requirement mo requires a bar graph, and then requires line graph, and then requires a lot of parameters, and then the user is running that report or creating different PDFs. Those reports na ng iba-iba lang nila yung parameter, that is what we call an analytic report. Kasi tinitingnan mo yung iba't ibang ini-slice and dice mo yung data eh. Pinifilter mo ng paulit-ulit and then tinitingnan mo yung trend of different and then you're doing a comparison. So, okay lang naman din. In the ancient times, 10 years ago, wala kang ibang 10 years, 20 years ago, wala kang choice kundi mag-SSRS and ginagawa natin yan doon, paulit-ulit natin niraran. But now, we have an even better solution. So, why not use the proper tool for its proper purpose, di ba? So, kapag analytic ang workload, you use the PowerBI report. Kapag operational ang ating workload, you use the Paginated report. Okay. So yan. Ano bang requirements natin para magamit yung Paginated report in Power BI service? So na-mention natin kanina that this is an SSRS technology, right? Na ni-recycle lang and then in-enhance to cater Power BI. So kung wala pa kayong Power BI, you can still use Paginated reports pero SSRS 2019. Okay? So SSRS 2019 or it is under the SQL Server 2019 with advanced services. And download nyo yun. It's free. And you can start doing your reports. Yun nga lang, medyo mahina ang kanyang it's freemium. So may cap siya when it comes to the amount of data that you can use. Of course, syempre, kung libre naman yung kinukuha mong service level or yung SKU, it is assumed na nasa small or medium businesses ka and you are not dealing with large amount of data. If you are dealing with large amount of data, it is assumed na malaki yung company mo. I mean, how on earth would a small company generate a large data, di ba? So, ganun. Magbayad ka. Magbayad ka kapag malaki yung data mo. Kung maliit yung data mo, libre ka. So, libre ka SSRS 2019. So, since napakalaking company ka, marami kang pera, and ayan, and you're using Power BI service and you're paying for the Power BI service, if you want the integration with the Paginated report, gusto mo nang i-shut down yung free tier mo ng SSRS and you want it consolidated on your Power BI service, since masakit sa ulong mag-maintain ng sariling server, ganyan. So, you might want to upgrade to Power BI Premium or use a Power BI embedded SKU in Azure. So, yung Power BI Premium natin, yung mga P SKU, dalawa kasi yan, isang EM, isang P, and then the Power BI embedded SKU, meron tayong A1 to A6. So, 4 to 6 yung merong capability na mag-host ng Paginated reports. So, once that nakuha mo na yung proper SKU, you will have this setting in the admin portal. You will have this setting in the admin portal, yung Paginated reports. So you're just going to turn it on and then allocate kung ilang maximum memory. So mamaya sa last slide, we're going to look at kung ano-ano ba yung ibig sabihin niyang SKU na yan at kung magkano ba yung equivalent niyang SKU na yan. So sadly, hindi ko may de-demonstrate tong admin portal na to kasi wala akong admin access doon sa tenant na meron kami. But we can publish and I can show you how to do so. So yun. Well, yung report na obviously nakapag-publish ako kanina, so more likely naka-enable na. So nagawa na to previously. Okay? So ano ba yung supported data source natin? So given that it is in Power BI service, obviously magagamit mo kung ano yung data sources na nandoon sa Power BI service. So anything that you can do with Power Query, anything that your business analyst publishes in their Power BI service, magagamit mo yon, mare-reuse mo yon as a data source for your for your paginated reports. So ito yung sinasabi nating data set from the Power BI service. Now, if you need real-time data, you need a direct connection doon sa ating data sources, yung mga database nyo, yung mga ERP database nyo. Or if you're catering yung operational report requirement, ayan, you can use this, ito lang ang mga pwede nyong connectan, ano? Analysis services, Azure SQL Warehouse, Azure SQL Database, and you also have the SQL Server and then SQL Server Analysis, yung mga on-premise version ng ating databases, or yung mga on-premise version ng mga naunang Azure data source na na-mention. And you also have a third-party database support, which is the Oracle database and Teradata database. So when doing operational reports, the ancient practice is create a stored procedure. And yun pa rin yung practice ngayon when it comes to operational reports. Gagawa ka ng stored procedure doon sa database na kukonekan mo, and then your report is going to call upon that stored procedure. Your paginated report is going to call that stored procedure, pass on parameters, and etc. No? So, yun. But in this case, sa Power BI service, bibigyan kanya ng OLAP cube, and then, ayun na. You're going to get your data or your data set. You're going to define your data set using DAX query. So, ano yung gusto nating i-highlight na difference doon? No? So, doon sa OLTP, doon sa operational reports, you need a data professional, no? Either an SQL developer or anyone who knows TSQL, or kung ano man yung query language na ginagamit ng database nyo. Kung ano man yung query language ng Oracle database sa Teradata, gagawa nga kayo ng stored procedure, di ba? And on the other hand, kung Power BI dataset ang gagamitin nyo, ang skill set na kailangan nyo is analyst. No? So pwedeng si business analyst ang gumawa ng query niya. Since DAX ang gagamitin, and DAX is part of the skill set ng ating data analyst. Okay? So, kapag cloud sources, rekta ka ng kukonect dyan, configure mo lang ng konti yung data source mo. On the other hand, yung on-premise sources natin, we need to install the gateway doon sa server natin para makita siya ng Power BI service at makakonect si Power BI services doon. Yun. So, moving forward, we have the paginated report consumption. So, paano ba ginagamit si paginated report? Ano? So, kapag nag-deploy tayo ng paginated report sa Power BI, makikita natin siya doon kasama ng mga Power BI reports natin. So, kung saan mo kino-consume yung mga Power BI reports mo, pwede mo rin i-consume doon yung paginated reports mo. So, in this case, meron tayong Power BI service, yung web natin, yung web interface natin, pwede kang pumunta ron and then consume the service. Meron tayong Power BI mobile app, pwede kang pumunta doon and consume it. And you also have yung custom apps and portals. So you can embed this in an iframe, and then ayun, nandun yung mga reports parameter mo, and you can generate and export it into PDF. So yung mga export formats natin can be Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF, TIF, MHTML, CSV, or XML. So ang gamit na gamit dyan is yung PDF tsaka yung Word. If you're exporting to Excel, you might as well use Analyze in Excel kung Power BI dataset yan. And you Analyze in Excel. Or you might want to do a Power Query connection doon sa doon sa Power BI dataset nyo or doon sa data source nyo. Kasi usually, the Microsoft Excel is a tool for business analysts. No? Kaya mo ine-export yan to Excel kasi meron kang gagawing manipulation sa data, meron kang aalamin, meron kang question na sasagutin. No? Unlike doon sa Word and PDF, kaya mo ine-export yan to Word and to PDF is because i-preprint mo siya. Or kaya mo i-export yan into Word because meron kang babaguhin and then tsaka may preprint. No? So, yun. And finally, we can deliver reports using subscription, email subscription. Okay? So, Ito yung listahan ng ide-demo natin today. So mahaba-haba siya. Kaya ano pang hinihintay natin? Simulan na natin ang ating demonstrations. So, nasa na ba tayo? Teka lang may sisilipin lang ako sandali dito sa StreamYard. Ayan, ang dami. Yes, ituloy nyo lang yung commenting na yan. Maraming salamat. Tinitingnan ko lang sandali itong mga live comments natin. Ano ba to? Hello, Ryan Azure. Thank you for joining us. Bricks, Dario, tsaka si Val, tsaka sino yung isa? I think meron pang isang nag-comment dito. Si Kim at tsaka si William, Billy Boy. Salamat at nanonood ka. Ay. Ano pa? Pa-shoutout sa UDM. Kung may mga UDM viewers tayo dyan, don't forget, June 3, workshop. Libre yon. Okay. Ano pa ba? Teka lang. Paano ko ba sisimulan to? Paano ko ba sisimulan ng aking demo? Titingnan ko muna yung listahan natin. So, ang una nating ide-demo ay PowerBI versus Paginated Reports. So, let's go to the app.powerbi.com. Yan yung Power BI portal natin or yan yung service. Yan yung web interface ni Power BI. And then, ito dapat ang makikita nyo dyan. Ano? So, medyo makalat kasi hindi pa ako naglalagay ng favorites. But you have the workspace here. And you have different workspaces. And I've already created a paginated report workspace for the demonstration. So, ito-demo ko na rin kung paano gumawa ng workspace. And then, ito yung mga items natin dito sa workspace na to. As you can see, meron tayong sales analysis na item dito. And then you have the sales order details. No? Kung mapapansin nyo, yung icon niya magkaiba. No? Yung sales analysis, it's just a simple bar chart. And then ito, bar chart inside the page. So, obviously, since yung bar chart nasa loob ng page, yan yung paginated report. So, itong bar chart, malaya siya, malaya ka makakakilos dyan, yan yung Power BI report. So, tingnan natin yung sales analysis. So, yan. Yan yung sinasabi nating sales analytics. Ito yung sinasabi nating interactive analytics report. So, interactive siya, mababago mo yung automatic siyang nag-update kung ano bang ibig sabihin yan. No? And you can also filter. So, paulit-ulit mong nararan yung mga reports mo nang hindi ka masyado nag-aantay na matagal. Ano? If you run this analytic reports no, in a Power BI, in a paginated report, or in an operational report, so yung 1-year data mo, huhugutin niya yan mula sa OLTP along with the joins at kung ano-ano pang filtering at kung ano-ano pang grouping, and then i-render niya into a report. So, napakasakit sa ulo nun for the OLTP database. No? In this case, since dineploy natin siya sa Power BI, may ETL na nangyari, no? May denormalization na nangyari, yung OLTP natin from 3 normal form at from 3rd normal form napunta into star schema, so mas kumunti yung joins at mas nagbago siya from row store database, naging column store database siya. No? Nagbago yung storage natin. And our analytic report is designed to be fast when it comes to filtering yung mga tables natin. Kaya mabilis niyang nailalabas yan. Yung mga number of orders na yan, distinct resellers, etc. etc. So, teka, ano bang, ayan. And then we also have yung cool conditional formatting natin. Although meron naman din yan si SSRS, pero yun nga lang, mas mabilis yung computation dito as compared doon sa SSRS. Okay? So ano yung sinasabi nating the fault in our the fault in our stars, no? The fault in our Power BI report. Ano? So let's take a look at this page. So ayan. Kita niyo yan. Siyang sales order, and sige, pili tayo ng nakakatuwang sales order dito. Ay, teka lang. Meron na akong ready-made, meron na akong nakuhang sales order dito that will illustrate our example. That is, 43665. Sales order 43665. Ayan. So, gusto kong makita yung items within my sales order. So, yan. 10 item lang siya. If I am to export this into PDF, ang gagawin ng Power BI is pipicturean niya yan. Lalagay niya sa PDF. Tsaka niya ibibigay sa'yo. Picture, kung ano yung nakikita mo dyan, yun talaga yung makikita mo. What you see is indeed what you will get. So, yeah, it will take a few minutes. Habang nag-export yan, inom muna ako ng aking tsa. So, tagal yung mag-export. Hindi ko akalaing matagal pala ito mag-export. Dapat pala, simula pa lang in-export ko na kagad para na cache na. Uy. Yan. PDF is ready for download. Okay. So, ayun, ito na. Salesanalysis.pdf. No? So, yan ang PDF natin. Actually, kaya pala siya natagalan dahil maraming pages yung niya. Kinuha niya yung mga graphs natin, and then tsaka niya kinuha yung sa sales order natin. So in this case, hindi lang pinakita yung sales order number dyan, pero there should be a 43365 dyan sa sales order niya. And ayan, exactly kung ano yung nandito, yun din yung nandito sa natin, sa ating PDF. So let's say nababaguhin natin. Let's give another example, yung mas mabagsik na example. What if sumobra sa 10 items yung ating sales order? This is a 5172. Yeah. So ilang items to? We have 72 items. So may scroll bar tayo. Sige, export natin yan. Export to PDF. Siyempre, gusto kong i-print. Gusto kong bigyan si customer ng kopya ng kanyang sales order as an invoice. Export natin to PDF. So, antay-antay ulit tayo. So, habang nag-aantay tayo, kamusta naman ang chat natin? Oy, Romel! Goodness. Good gracious at nanonood ka, no? So, magkakaroon daw ng workshop on June 3. And I'm going to try out yung technique na gusto ko sanang i-apply sa Anonymous. So, shout out din pala sa mga Anonymous na nanonood dito, especially yung mga naturuan ko sa Anonymous. If ever that you want a personalized workshop for you, or gusto nyong i-anchor yung kung ano man yung talk na nakita nyo sa akin or naka-record dito sa Facebook and YouTube, contact Romel, and yun. Siya mag-anchor training. Well, hindi siya mag-anchor. Siya mag-arrange ng anchor natin. Ako magtotalk, and we're going to give you training materials. So, si Anonymous kasi is a training services Microsoft partner. It's a Microsoft partner for learning. And if you want me to train you, i-course nyo sa akin. Okay? So, ito na. So, ito na yung fault in our Power BI. Ano? So, may scroll bar dyan, pero hindi natin ma-scroll. So, yan yung paano ba natin gagawin niya? So, kailangan kong i-scroll every time na kailangan ko ng extra data, or do I need a Power BI report na pagkahaba-haba? There's no workaround, or there's no good approach in doing a paginated report with a Power BI report. See? So, bakit ito meron? Okay. So, paano natin gagawin yan? Ano ang solusyon? May problema ka, ano ang solusyon? Ang solusyon is yung tinatawag natin paginated report. So, balik tayo dito sa workspace, and then i-explore natin tong sales order details. Click natin tong paginated report natin. So, similarly, ginawa natin yung page 2 ng Power BI report natin. So, ito yung filter parameter natin kanina. And then, we can specify yung filter na nilagay natin dito, which is 43665. 43665. Report. And then, we have, medyo minadali na. So ito yung sales order details natin. Hindi lang naka-sort ang ating line number. Teka, baka nag-aano kayo. Sales order. 4, 3, 665. Sort natin by quantity. Ano na yan, no? So as you can see, kung ano yung nakikita nyo rito is the same thing na nakikita nyo dito sa Power BI report natin. So, iisa lang kasi yung data source niya, obviously. But, the difference is, kapag ginamit na natin yung isa, 5, 7, 1, yung marami-raming items. Ayan. So, it is shown on a isang kaba na lang siya. No? And let us view it in a page view. So makikita mo na ngayon yung sinasabi nating pagination. Na yung header, obviously, i-repeat mo yun every page. And then yung footer, obviously, i-repeat mo rin yan every page. So you have page 1 of 1, page 1 of 3, page 2 of 3, and then page 3 of 3. Yeah, 2 of 3. So let us export it to PDF para mas lalo na, para mas ma-appreciate natin. Ready for download. Ito na siya. So, ayan. Hindi na siya kagaya kanina na meron kang scroll bar na hindi ma-scroll. No? Ayan na siya. Fully working ang scroll bar mo. Ito yung header mo, repeating every pages. And then you have your footer here. At pwede mo na siyang i-print, pwede mo na siyang ibigay kay customer, and you as a historical document. So, na-solve na yung problem mo. Yeah. So, that's our first demo. Ang susunod nating demo is generating, ito na pala, na-generate na natin yung reports from the Power BI service. And, okay. So, there is another demo rito na one of the cool things dito sa ating integration ng paginated report with the Power BI service is that you can actually use this as a drill down. So, teka lang. Balik muna tayo doon sa report. So, balik muna tayo doon sa paginated report natin. Let us use yung 4, 3. So, yung underlying technique na yung underlying concept doon sa technique natin has something to do with the link nitong report na to. Kasi obviously it's a web-based report and you can create a link na pwede mong i-access yon. And then as you can see dito sa link na to, meron ka mga ID dyan that uniquely identifies yung paginated report natin. And then you have this question mark. Tapos ayan na. Yung RP stands for report parameter and then the parameter name. Tapos what exactly yung parameter na pinapasa mo. So if you're going to copy this and then paste it on your URL bar, makukuha mo yung report with the parameter of sales order number is equal to 43665. No? So, palitan mo yan with 51712. Makukuha mo yung report for the sales order number 51712. Now, if you're going to create a column on your Power BI dataset that dynamically generates this URL for every sales order, you now have your drill down. So, tingnan natin yung sales analysis natin. We have yung the third page dito, which is the salesperson. So, for every salesperson, ipakita mo yung sales order niya and arrange by descending by total quantity. And then ito, naka-underline siya, meaning ayun, yung URL, tuturo ko sa screen ko pero hindi nyo nakikita, yung URL niya. No? So as you can see, ginamit natin yung URL ng ating paginated report and then we vary the report parameter. So in this case, ginamit natin yung sales order number as the report parameter. So i-click na natin yan and then it will open the paginated report. using the SO as the report parameter. Tama ba? 53456. 53456. And then if we're going to view it on a page view, so mga 2 or 3 pages siguro to. O baka sadyang marami lang siyang binili. 3 pages lang siya. Oo. Talagang bultuhan lang siya kung bumili. Kaya ano. But it has almost 70 line items. So marami-rami rin yung binili niya. So yun, you have the drill down capability, but hindi siya tawag dito. Although hindi siya supported out of the box na right click mo lang and then point it as a drill down. It is more likely na gagawa ka ng some way to click or some way or a clickable link or a clickable button that passes the parameters ng current report na current Power BI report mo into the paginated reports. No? So, ayun. Yan yung general capabilities. Wait, meron pa pala. So, we want to schedule the paginated report. So, let's go back to our sales order details. And let's say na gusto mo mag-subscribe dito sa report na to, parang on a daily basis, ipakita mo sa akin yung sales ito. Pakita mo sa akin tong report na to. Although right now it doesn't make sense kasi bakit mo nga naman titingnan yung isang operational report ng paulit-ulit, di ba? But you can have a generic operational reports that gives you the daily sales per salesperson, and then ang ipapasa mong parameter or the default parameter is today. So you can use the subscribe button dito. Click mo yung subscribe na yan, and then meron na akong initial subscription kanina. You can have the add another subscription, and then anong format ng export yung gagawin mo? PDF. And then ito, you can use kung ano ba yung report value. Ano ba yung pwedeng yung parameter na nilagay mo rito, or pwedeng yung default parameters that is set by report author. And then by default, kasama ka doon sa subscription, pwede mong tanggalin yan. And then you can specify the email address. Yun nga lang, medyo mag-ingat kayo kasi pwede kang makapaglagay ng email that is outside your organization. Meron na mga warning dyan that tells you so. Subscription. Testing lang. So, gaano kadalas mo gustong isend yan? On an hourly basis ba? Tuwing kailan yung hourly basis na yan? On a daily basis ba? Tuwing anong oras ba yung daily na yan? Or weekly? No? Anong araw? On a specified week and time? Or pwede naman ding monthly? No? Kung anong date on a month, may sasend yan. So in this case, daily tayo. And since 5:53 na, let's 5 and then, okay. So 6 p.m. ang pinakamalapit. Yeah. So, ito, ano pa ba yung other access rights na gusto mong ibigay once that you give a subscription? Ang assumption kasi ni Microsoft is that you are sharing this report to another person on the same organization. Sa kaso natin, we are sharing this report on someone outside the organization. So, kung outside the organization siya, I would suggest na tanggalin mo tong access to this report, the Power BI report, and then the link to the Power BI report. Ibigay mo lang sa kanya kung ano yung hiningi niya, which is yung extract ng PDF. And then you might want to add a preview image para, hindi na niya kailangan buksan yung PDF. Hindi niya kailangan buksan yung PDF or meron siyang glance. At one glance, pag binuksan niya yung email, makikita na niya kung ano yung gusto niya makita kung first page lang naman yung tinitingnan niya. But if she wants to see the next pages, buksan niya na yung PDF. Okay. So, save and close. And, ayan na, subscription set. So, by 6 p.m. magra-run yun. Or pwede naman din nating puwersahin yung run niya by clicking run now. So, yan. We are sending subscription to all subscribed users. No? So, pwede kasing multiple lang ilagay natin dyan. I think pwede nating wala tayong group admin. So other than the specific person, pwede naman din yung groups. You want that? Capacity. Wala. Pwedeng person, pwedeng group. As long as it is an object in the Azure Active Directory. Okay? So, ayan. Na-receive ko na ba? Hindi ko pa nare-receive. Teka lang. Ayan. So, in this case, so na-receive ko na yung test subscription natin. Ito, mainit-init pa, 5:55 p.m. And ito yung preview image ng first page, 1 of 3. And then ayan, sinasabi kung bakit mo na-receive to. No? So pwede mong spamin yung, biro lang, wag kayo mangi-spam. And then ito yung attachment. So ito yung importante. So you open this attachment and you will see that, ayan, you will see the exact paginated report. Pwede mo na siyang i-print. So yun, we have underscored subscription and so far na demo natin yung subscription. And let's try getting our hands dirty with attempting to deploy a PowerBI report. No? So ano ba yung authoring tool natin? So simulan natin into creating a new workspace. Para makapag-deploy ka ng Power BI Paginated Reports, you need to create first a workspace. So tech org demo. So Paginated Reports demo for tech PH. So itong workspace na to, you have to set it as a dedicated capacity. No? Kailangan meron ka nung yung gem sa tabi niya. So that paginated report would work. Pag tinurn off mo yan dedicated capacity na yan, hindi ka makakapag-paginated report dyan. Okay? So yan. Okay tayo dyan. Let's save it. So meron na tayo ditong bagong workspace. And wala kang makikita dyan that gives you, ito pala. Pwede kang gumawa ng paginated report when you click on new. So mukhang bago to. Kagabi wala yan. No? So it will show you na kailangan mong i-download yung authoring tool, which is the Power BI Report Builder. So in my case, na-install ko na siya. So ayan, i-open na niya ang Paginated Report Builder. So ano ba? So the Paginated Report Builder starts with a wizard. No? So self-explanatory naman ang mga wizard. So dito tayo sa blank report. So ito yung itsura ng blank report. There's something wrong with the UX. Yeah. So gusto lang naman natin makapag-deploy ng Paginated Report sa ating Power BI service. So let's start with a classic hello world. And then file. Para makapag-deploy ng report, you go to file and then save as. And then ito, pwedeng this PC para makagawa ka ng RDL copy sa iyong sa iyong PC. No? So nasan ba 'yon? Where is it? Paginated reports, hello world sample. So yun na, nakapag-save na ba natin? Yep, na-save na natin siya. So dalawa kasi yan, pwede mag-upload ka ng paginated report or pwede kang mag-save as directly to the Power BI service. So ito yung preferred way. So once na wait lang. Before we go to that, nakikita niyo itong Royce Bautista na to, this is your account. No? So dito kayo magla-login doon sa Power BI, dito sa, para malaman ni Power BI Report Builder kung saang Power BI service niya ipapublish. No? In this case, nag-login na ako, Royce Bautista, powermbps.com. No? Since yun yung Power BI tenant natin. Ito, no? Ito, Royce Bautista, powermbps. Kaya when you click Save As and Power BI Service, alam na niya na yun yung mga workspaces na available. mga premium workspaces na available sa atin. And then, wow. Tingnan nga natin kung kaya mag-save na may exclamation point. Ayan. So, medyo slow siya kasi yung tenant namin is nasa East US. So, East Coast of the US. Nasa kabilang panig siya ng mundo. In general kasi, palagi akong Southeast Asia. Yung kasi yung pinakamalapit at saka may direct fiber connection tayo. So, okay na, nakapag-publish na tayo. And then let's check yung ano natin. Let's check yung, ito na siya. Hello world. Loading report. Wala naman tayong parameter. So, ilalabas niya yung hello world. See? So, ganun lang kadaling mag-deploy ng Paginated Reports. So, let us push through with our next demonstration, which is yung cloud data source. So, saan lupalop tayo pupulot ng cloud data source? Ano? So, nakapag-provision na ako rito ng mga pwede nating gamiting maingay yung logo. Pwede natin gamiting data sources. And in particular, we're going to use the AdventureWorks DW2017. So, ito yung connection natin dito sa AdventureWorks. Yeah. Hello, SSMS. So, ito yung connection natin doon. Ito yung mga available tables. Ayan. Ito yung mga available tables. Yan, available tables. And, ano ba? Gusto ko lang naman ang listahan ng ano. Gusto ko lang namang i-demonstrate yung, tawag dito. Gusto ko lang i-demonstrate yung deployment per se. It's not required na magkaroon tayo ng sensible reports. So, palagay ko ito lang. Dito lang tayo sa dim employee ko connect. Dito tayo sa dimension employee table ko connect. And then, i-output lang natin as a straight table. So, ayan. Siguro gusto ko lang yung first name and last name, tsaka yung title. Okay na ako. So, how do we do that? Stop ko na executing. How do we do that? So, let's open again the PowerBI report builder. Teka lang, i-start ko yung PowerBI report builder. And then, kung makikita nyo dito sa report data on your left side, report data, you have the data sources. So, wag kayong masyadong ma-confuse dyan kasi, paano ba? Data sources, the terms data sources and data sets are also used in Power BI reports. Ano? So, ni-reuse siya dito and medyo malayo yung ano niya, medyo magkaiba yung definitions niya. So, i-right-click nyo itong data sources and click Add Data Source. Tapos noon, you can choose kung ano yung ano natin, yung kukonikan natin. In this case, it's an Azure SQL data web. No, it's not. It's an Azure SQL database. So, DW. And then let's build our connection string. So, server name. Dapat pala kinopy-paste ko lang yung server name. Nagre-read pa siya ngayon. Let me look at it. Ito. Ang server name natin ay ito. So let's just copy to clipboard. See, nag-read siya pero wala namang pinatunguhan yung reading niya. And then let us use the SQL Server Authentication. Although kung mako-configure niyo yung yung Azure Key Vault at saka yung ADD, Azure Active Directory, magagamit niyo itong Windows Authentication. Sadly, naka-Microsoft account lang ako dito sa aking PC. So, pagtiyagaan na natin itong SQL Server Authentication. So, saan ko ba makikita yung SQL Server credentials nito? I think it is something, nasa server siya. Teka lang, sagwa. Server admin. Ito. Siyempre, yung password, alam ko na kung ano yung password na yan. And then the database name. Teka, test connection muna. Ayan, connection successful. Database name, AdventureWorks, DW 2017, and then okay. Lumabas ba ang aking credit? Wala. Okay, good. Test connection ulit just to be sure. And okay. And successfully. Yeah. So test report. Test cloud data source. So after mo magawa yung data source mo, you have to create your data set. So you add the data set. Pili ka ng data source mo, which is yung connection doon sa ating, what do you call this? Yung connection doon sa ating Azure SQL Server. And you have a choice of text, table, or stored procedure. Ideally, stored procedure, pero in this case, we're going to use text and utilize the query designer. I don't like using the query designer actually kasi masakit sa ulo. Hindi ako sanay sa UI ng query designer. Sanay akong mag-type ng aking stored procedure. But, yeah. Oh no. Teka lang Kinuha niya lahat. Ano yung kailangan ko? First name, last name, at saka vacation hours. Sick leave hours. Yeah. Mga nakakatuwang information. Run query just to see kung ano ba ang output niya. And then ayan. So okay na tayo dyan. As you can see, generate niya yung query and then ipapadala niya yun doon sa server. I would suggest pasok niya sa SQL. If ever nasanay kayong gumamit ng query designer, pasa nyo kay DBA, pagawa nyo ng stored procedure. Ay, nakalimutan kong pangalanan ng aking dataset. So, DSD. Yeah. So, drag and drop. Oh, no. So, gusto ko ng straight table. So, straight table is ito. Yan. So, under the insert, nandyan yung mga pwede mong ilagay. You have a lot of charts. And, yan, makakapamili ka ng charts na halos parang Excel lang, ano? Parang Excel lang yung itsura niya. And we are not going to talk about how to properly pick a chart. Kaya, pagtsagaan muna natin tong table. So you might want to use a table wizard kung hindi pa kayo masyadong sanay and you want to have your, you want to explore yung mismong ano natin. Yan. Yan. So it allows you to auto-generate the table. Merong magandang formatting. And then you also have the totals on the outside. I would suggest na huwag kayong maglagay ng white space dito sa ilalim. Yung reports property, sorry. Ito, pakita natin yung properties tab dito. So whether maliit or malaki yan, hindi nagbabago yung page size natin. So kapag sinabi nyo ganyan, you're actually telling the report, the RDL, na for every page maglagay ka ng blank space bago mag-footer. So we want to remove that blank space and allow the table to populate yung ano natin, yung buong report natin. So ayan, itong nakikita nyo dyan, itong equals na to, yan yung sinasabi nating magre-repeat ng paulit-ulit based kung gaano karami yung data nyo. Okay? So, and then yung nakikita nyo dyan grouping, to nakikita nyo itong bracket na to, it means na meron siyang groupings based on the last name. So kung meron magkakaparehas ng last name, magkakasama sila, and then yung mga first names sila nandoon. So I'm just trying to demonstrate yung grouping. So let's have a quick run. Kung ano ba ang itsura na itong mga na to. Ayan. Abas. Isa lang ang Abas. Ito to, mukhang maraming Ackerman. Ay, hindi, isa lang rin ang Ackerman. Bakit naman? Mukhang ano sila, mukhang maganda ang data natin na ang tawag dito, bihira ang magkakaparehas ng ano. Bihira ang magkakaparehas ng pangalan. Teka lang. So, i-publish na natin to since we're not that hindi naman tayo ganoon ka-interested sa sense ng ating report. We're interested more on the publishing. Cloud source, save, and we're going to see kung kaya ba niyang kumonect directly. More likely, hindi. Ayan. So, nag-succeed na yung publishing natin, and remember to provide your credentials for all the data source. Ano? To provide credentials, please select continue. Saan kaya tayo dadali nito? Ayan. So, kapag sinubukan yung i-run itong cloud source na to, hindi niya ma-render kasi in-specify nyo yung inyong credentials doon sa report builder which is nandito sa loob ng computer nyo. No? Nung pinublish natin to the service, wala doon sa service yung credentials nyo. So you need to enter yung credentials. Ano? So kung na-miss nyo yung prompt na yun, you might want to go to the settings. And then you will see the data setup. Ay, reports. Ayan. Tapos dito sa reports na to, nandito yung data source credentials natin. Invalid daw. Ito yun. So edit credentials. So ano bang klaseng authentication? This is a SQL Server authentication. Tingnan natin kung makakapasok tayo. Ayan. So kailangan ko daw i-allow itong IP na to doon sa ating Azure service. So dito sa ating server, you go to the firewall. Ay, sorry. Ay, hindi. Teka, server na pala. Ayan. Firewalls and virtual networks. Add a client IP. Ay, sorry. Hindi pala add client IP. Or is that teka lang. Yeah. So in-add natin yung IP na ipinakita doon sa error kanina, which is this one, no? Para makapasok siya. And then click save. We're allowing it to create and try signing in again. And then ayun, data source is updated. So let's go back to our cloud source report. And then ayan. So, ano na naman ang problema nito? Okay, so paiba-iba siya ng IP. Let me create a save. Paano ba ito? Iba yung test connection, iba yung ano. Save. Problema to. Maingay mga to. Yun, nakuha sa IP. Okay, so I would suggest a different approach. So ginawa natin yung IP na yan because gusto natin i-shortcut. But a better approach would be yung Azure AD. So you create your Azure user na magko-connect sa bawat data source niya. Or better yet, create a PowerBI dataset na mayroong direct query capability doon sa Azure natin, doon sa doon sa Azure SQL Server natin. So ayan, naka-connect na siya. Teka, page view ulit. Okay. Ayan. nakakonect na siya sa cloud source. So we're going to skip the on-premise data source. Siguro sa workshop na lang yan. And then, use report builder to create, so sa Power BI dataset naman tayo mag-connect. So since wala pang Power BI dataset dito, we need to first create a Power BI report na nandoon yung dataset natin. No? So in this case, I've already prepared this one ahead of time. Magbabawas lang ako ng page. No? So ginawa na natin siya ahead of time, and if you're going to look at the transform data, nandito na embedded yung yung connection natin doon sa Azure data, yung AdventureWorks DW natin. So ito yung server and then the database, tapos isa-isa nating kinuha yung mga tables that make sense to the report. So hindi ko na i-close and apply yan. Pinakita ko lang sa inyo na nandito yung credentials natin. Yung connection details natin, no? So the credentials is a different I think embedded na rin dito, unless kailangan mong we will see kapag nag-publish na tayo. So let's publish this. Of course, save changes. Nag-delete ako ng isang page pala, sorry. And then ano nangyari? Ayan. So, pinapapili na tayo ng workspace kung saan natin siya ipapublish. So, dito tayo sa tech.org. May background music. Teka lang. So, ayan. So, na-publish na natin in our new workspace. Got it. And let's visit our workspace. Ayan, so as you can see, aside from the cloud source and then the hello world, you have the Power BI report sales analysis and you have the Power BI dataset for the sales analysis. So dito tayo ko-connect sa dataset na to. So let's look at our, teka, close ko na to. Ay, sorry. Bubuksan ko ulit yung report builder. Patawarin na ang aking mga dogo. Napakaingay nila. So, data sources, right-click, and then you will see that there's a Power BI dataset connection. Click mo lang yan. And then, ayan na. So, nakita na natin to. Click mo lang yan. So, actually, this is much better than the, the direct connection to the data source. Kasi, obviously, nandyan na. Simple lang. Now, the difference is that when you're defining your dataset, kanina define natin siya using TSQL. So in this case, DS main, i-define natin siya using a different kind of language. So ano yung language na yon? Pag kinlik mo yung query designer na yan, yung language na makikita nyo na yung language na gagamitin niya is DAX. So kanina kasi nag-query designer tayo, tapos after magkaroon ng query designer, generate niya yung query na, well, which is a T-SQL query. So in this case, DAX naman yung i-generate niya. Medyo matagal lang mag-query designer. Bakit natatagalan siya mag-query designer? Kasi kinukuha niya yung metadata from the EASE-US. So matagal ang latency. But ayan, so as you can see, kung ano yung model natin dito sa analysis service natin, yung mga table, yung salesperson, yung ship date, and then the sales, KPI group, makikita nyo rin siya dito sa ating sa ating query designer. So you have the measures, and then yung measure group natin, and then you have this, the reseller, the salesperson, and then you also have the product. So, ano ba ang gusto nating gawin? Teka lang. Ano ba ang... Tingin tayo sa Codigo kung ano ba yung report na dapat nating ginagawa. Sales order details. Ano ba yung nakita natin? So yan, gusto natin gawin tong straight table na to. So we need the line number and then the product and then the quantity and then the sales. So nasan ba yun sa paginated report natin? We want the sales. We want the quantity. Ano ba yun? We also want the product and then the line number. So yung product, obviously, nandito sa product. Ay, magbukas. Yan, product. And then yung line number. So yung line number nandito sa sales order. Let's wait. Oops. Kapag nagkamali ka, mag-generate query muna tayo. Ayan. So pag nagkamali ka ng arrangement, you might want to rearrange this. Pero hindi naman required yan kasi ano lang naman dataset lang naman to. No? So yung may requirement ng arrangement would be yung table na ilalagay mo doon sa ating yung table na ilalagay mo doon sa mismong paginated report mo. Out of time. Ayan. So okay na siya. And then, ayan na. Gine-generate na niya yung DAX query natin. Now, of course, since, ano ba? Do you think a professional data analyst would be doing that drag and drop stuff, diba? No, mas productive ka if you're actually typing the shit out of your the shit out of your the stuff out of your queue. So I would suggest na gamitin niyo yung tinatawag nating DAX Studio. So itong DAX Studio na to, it provides you a connection. It provides you a connection doon sa ating PowerBI PowerBI tabular server. So isa yan sa mga feature ng ating what do you call that, premium capacity. So let's go to the tayo rito sa record. So kung gusto niyo malaman yung kailangan yung connectan or what we call the XMLA endpoint, you just go to your workspace and then click settings. And then nandito sa settings na to, yung premium tab, and then ito yung workspace connection. So yan yung XMLA endpoint natin, no? So para kang kumo-connect sa analysis service. So you can also use this connection sa iyong SSMS para makita yung inner workings niya. And kung medyo bigatin kayong solution house, you can also use this for the DevOps ng BI nyo. So let us connect. And hihingan kanya ng credentials. Dito na yung credentials ko. And then ito na. So, teka lang. Kumo-connect pa siya. So as you can see, maraming extra features dyan like the performance data, query plan ng DAX mo, no? So this is a good tool for fine-tuning yung yung mga DAX queries nyo. So ang pinaka-paborito kong part dito is that you can actually copy this and then you go here and then you paste it here. Tapos meron kang format query dyan para mas madaling basahin yung query natin. Di ba? Mas kasi dati kong dev, so gusto ko merong matinong coding standard. So yeah. So if ever na hindi nyo well, of course, another good thing about this is that you can have yung tinatawag nating intelligence. So ano ba, sales order, product, let's have the salesperson, reseller. Sige, dagdagan na lang natin yung product ng category. Yeah. So, mas sophisticated itong ano natin. Mas sophisticated itong DAX as compared doon sa built-in ni SSRS or ni report. Ayan. So, okay tayo dyan. Yun lang yung difference. The TSQL and the DAX. So, yun, kung saan ka komportable, yun ang piliin mo. But I would suggest na mag-invest ka sa DAX. Gamit lang tayo ng table wizard. I would suggest na mag-invest ka sa DAX kasi yan din kasi yung gamit do sa PowerBI. So you're actually recycling yung kung ano man yung ano. You're actually recycling yung oh no, nakalimutan ako. Sandali. Yeah, may nakalimutan akong ilagay sa ating ano. May nakalimutan akong ilagay. Kalimutan kong ilagay yung actual sales order. Query. Cannot find QB. Ayan. Ito lang yung masama dyan kapag in-input mo ng kapag in-input mo ng text, nasisira siya. So it still needs improvement. Hindi niya napaparse ng maayos itong Hindi niya napaparse ng maayos yung itong command text natin. So once na nag-enter ka na ng sarili mong command, mag-e-enter ka ng sarili mong command. Hindi nag-appear. Kapag hindi nag-appear yung fields mo, I would suggest that you go to the data set properties and then you click the refresh fields. So dapat lalabas dito sa fields na to yung itong sales order. Kung hindi siya lumabas, you can manually add it as a query field. So sales order and then sales order. It should be okay. So table, create placeholder, and then yung placeholder natin dapat ay parameters, field, dataset, the first of sales order. And then, wait, mag-mute lang ako. Wala na pala akong time. Nagkamali, natataranta na ako. Teka lang, table wizard. Okay, and then we want the, what is that? Line number, product, and then the sales, and then the quantity. Teka, quantity muna bago sales. And then next, finish. Okay, so now let's look at our report. Kaya lang medyo medyo mabigat dahil marami-rami yung kukunin natin. I think hopefully, sandali lang siya. Be right back muna. Okay. So, ito na siya. Ayan na yung report natin, but it's a bit weird. So, we need to expand itong part na to para dumi-dumi siya, para magkasya siya sa ating report. And then, ayan na siya. So, sa case na to, since we are directly connecting to the PowerBI dataset, wala tayong kailangang i-configure na data source. We just go directly and save it as, save it to our PowerBI service. So, PowerBI dataset source. Yeah. Yeah. So ano na ba? Let's look at our report. Lumabas na ba siya? Ayan, Power BI dataset source. And ayan na. Napapansin nyo medyo mabagal, no? Kasi we're getting all of the data. And buti na lang medyo buti na lang medyo lazy yung loading niya. Dahil kung i-load mo lahat yan, matagal-tagal lang aantayin mo. But, so matotal, ayan yung data natin. So, sige, paano ba? Ano na ba ang susunod natin? So, teka lang medyo napapangitan ako sa ating report. Let us, pumili tayo ng something that is more, let us open a report na mas maayos. Pipili lang ako rito. Ayan. Ang importante na i-demonstrate natin yung pag-connect sa Power BI dataset. Now, dito tayo. So meron na kasing isa sa mga artifacts noong paginated report in a day natin is, or isa sa mga suggestion nila is gumawa ka ng report template bago mo report template para uniform yung ating headers and footers. So in this case, you might want to use the report name. Kung ano yung pangalan ng report mo dun sa Power BI, yun yung lalabas dito sa report name na to. And then kanina, gumamit tayo ng expression, no? Which is i-right click mo yan and then you create a placeholder. And then the placeholder you can choose depende sa dito sa mga dataset nyo. Wala pa pala. So let us create another dataset. So, query na lang. And, okay. Okay. So, hindi. So, kanina na-mention ko na matagal kasi meron tayong, kasi kinukuha niya lahat ng data. So, how can we make this faster? So, you can make this faster by parameterizing your report, your data set. So, you are going to create a parameter. So, how to do that parameter? So, how to create that parameter? So, kung mag-query designer tayo, madali lang gumawa ng parameter. Automatically na niyang gagawin para sa'yo yung mga parameters na kailangan mo. I-specify mo lang kung saan siya kung ano yung column na fini-filter niya. Nga lang talagang matetesting yung pasensya mo. So, ano ulit ang kailangan natin? Ang kailangan natin ay we want the sales order. We want the sales order line. And we also want yung product. So isa siguro sa mga weird things na napapansin nyo is that drag and drop lang ako ng drag and drop. And then kung nakita nyo yung equivalent docs niya, kumuha tayo ng isang column from sales order table at kumuha tayo ng another column sa product table. And wala tayong joins na ginawa. No? Nasa model na kasi yung joining natin. Naka-define na kanina dito sa ating relationship. Ayan. So nasan ba yun? Sales order at saka yung salesperson. Teka lang. Sales order at saka yung product. So as long as meron siyang 1:1 connection dyan, madali niyang nakukuha yung product na kailangan. Madali niyang na-i-infer kung ano ba yung column na kailangan. Pero last time, I think dito sa itong salesperson going to the sales order, medyo kailangan mong i-specify na gamitin mo yung relationship. No? So in this case, madali lang yung joining niya. Ano ba? Of course, the measurement. We need the quantity. And then the sales. Tapos saan ngayon papasok yung sinasabi nating parameter? Ito yung filter parameters natin. So you go to the sales order. So ano ba ang gagamitin natin pang filter? That is the sales order number. I-drag mo dyan. And then ayan. So filter expression. Kung ano ba yung pang-filter mo, I would suggest that you leave this blank and then you check this parameter box. No? Yung parameter na yan yung magsasabi na gumawa ka ng parameter for that specific filter. Okay? So okay natin yan. And then gumawa ka ng parameter, ibig sabihin nun, you are going to ask the user for the parameter. So may user input na mangyayari. Kung hindi nyo chinekan yung parameter na yun, constant yung ilalagay niya. So it's going to generate a DAX query that filters yung dataset natin. So may makikita kayong filter function dyan somewhere. But in this case, ang makikita nyo is a custom function that what we call the RS custom DAX filter. So it handles yung multiple value scenario. Mahirap kasi mag-filter ng multiple values sa ating DAX. And it's quite costly. So magkakaroon ka ng maraming OR. So yung sinasabi kong RS custom filter, ito yan. No? So kung mapapansin mo, it takes yung parameter natin and then it sets yung filter. So I would suggest na pumunta ka rito sa parameter na to kasi ang weird ng parameter name niya. So bukasan natin ang isa yan. Pwede naman natin i-ano yan. The sales order. Nga lang, i-ano mo rito. I-update mo dito yung parameter name. Yan. Okay tayo dyan. And then, okay ulit natin yan. So once na define mo na yung dataset na yan, hindi lang yung dataset na madedefine din yung parameter. Ayan. So kanina walang plus to, ngayon meron ng plus. And then ito. So parameter properties, palitan ko lang to. Yan. And okay. Tapos let's go back to our dataset. Yung parameters natin, ito, i-update lang natin to. Yan. Paulit-ulit na lang. Yan. So yung query natin, is it still the same? Okay. So kung hindi nyo in-update yun, it will work out of the box. Pero since in-update natin ang in-update, ayun. Kailangan ko tuloy gumawa na something manual. So nasa nyo? I would suggest yung parameter na lang para makita pa rin natin yung ano. para makita pa rin natin in the event na invalid yung parameter na nilagay natin. No? So let us try running this. And then ayan, hinihingan ka na ng sales order. Ayan, pinapakita rin kung ano-ano yung mga possible values. Just ito. You have to click the view report. Hindi ko lang nakita kasi malaki pala yung screen ko. Teka, let me adjust it ng konti. Ayos, wala siyang ibinigay. Let me go back. Design. Back to design tayo. Parameter properties. Tanggalin natin yung ano. Tanggalin natin to. Specify value tayo. Tingnan natin if there's something wrong with my ano. Teka lang. Ba't ganun? Tanggalin ko itong allow multiple values. Ayan. Run. Ayan, okay na. So may lalagay ko na yung ano. Text box na siya, so may lalagay ko na yung parameter ko. 43665. Let's see kung kaya niyang i-filter. It's weird. Ano nangyari dito? Okay. Kaya naman pala. Wala pa pala akong table, sorry. So, table wizard ulit tayo. Ano ba yan? Insert, table. Yan. So, this is another way of defining your tables. So, sales order line, and then the product. Oops, teka, ba't ganito? Malaki niya. Mataba ang ating table. We don't want that. Yan. Product, tapos product, quantity, and then sales. Napara natin yung product. I-move natin dito sa yan. Ano nangyari? Yan. Ayaw niya magpa-drag and drop. Gamitin natin yung ano. Sign natin. Yan. Ano ulit yan? 43665. And there you have it. So you successfully parameterized your ano. You successfully parameterized your report, kaya lang hindi siya ganun ka ano, hindi siya ganun kaganda. Anyway, yun. So once na na-parameterize nyo na siya, the assumption is mas mabilis natin siya magagawa yung report. Especially kapag operational reports ang pinag-uusapan natin, as much as possible, you do the parameterization kasi it will stress your servers kapag kinuha nila. Okay? So, do we have other examples of this parameterization? Ano? Kasi the usual request that we get from our client is yung tinatawag nating cascading parameters. Anong ibig sabihin ng cascading parameters na yun? Yung cascading parameter is if i-filter mo yung drop-down ng parameters based sa mas naunang parameter. So example, this one, ang gusto nating makuha is yung mga sales order that belongs to a salesperson. So sabihin natin si Stephen. No? Gusto natin makita yung sales order. Yan yung mga sales order ni Stephen. Pag pinalitan ko to, dapat magbabago rin itong mga sales order na to. So in this case, si Michael. Ayan ang sales order ni Michael. So we have 43,670. So balik tayo kay Stephen. You have 43,849. So kung mapapansin nyo, medyo mabilis siya. No? dahil they are accessing yung Power BI dataset and they are accessing the same, they are being accessed on the same computer, virtually on the same computer in ECUS. So ayan siya, magka-cascade. Let's go to a different sales order, and then there you have it. Okay? So ang hitsura niyang cascading parameters na yan when you look at the Power BI report builder. So, yeah. So we accomplished that feat by creating the two data sets. Ano? So dalawang query yung sinesend niya para sa ating parameters. So you have the main data set kung saan i-apply yung parameter of the lowest granularity. Ano? So if we're going to look at the data set properties, makikita mo dyan, yung parameter lang natin is the sales order number. Why? Because alam natin as a business analyst na ang isang salesperson has multiple sales order. So kung magpi-filter ka by the sales order number, you are effectively filtering yung salesperson. So iisa lang naman ang salesperson ng sa sales order. Assuming na yun nga yung assuming na yun nga yung relationship. There exists a business na dalawang salesperson ang meron sa isang sales order. So you have to validate carefully with your business rules. So in this particular example, isang sales order is to one salesperson. One salesperson is to multiple sales order. So paano natin gagawin yun? No? So kung papansin mo, yung unang parameter natin is a drop-down. So we first need a list of salesperson. And we do that by creating a data set na panggagalingan nung drop-down choices natin. And ito yun. So we get the distinct salesperson we get the distinct salesperson doon sa salesperson table natin. Now, once na nakuha na natin yan, no, we create a parameter, as we call the salesperson, and then we create another parameter. We create a parameter, which is the salesperson, and then we create another data set na tinatawag natin sales order. Ngayon, yung salesperson parameter na yan, gagamitin natin yan para i-filter itong data set na to in a similar way na finilter natin kanina yung main data set natin. So in this case, ito yung kailangan natin. We want the sales order, and then ito yung filtering natin, which means na i-filter the custom DAX filter, yung in-explain ko kanina, i-filter mo itong salesperson by yung entry natin doon sa salesperson parameter. And then ito, kung mapapansin mo, no, pinwersa natin siyang gamitin yung relationship niya. Kasi kanina, hindi kumakagat yung many is to many relationship ng salesperson at saka ng sales order. So this is another filter that tells us use the relationship because we know that there is one salesperson per sales order. So yun. So if we're going to run this here, medyo mabagal siya ng konti. Understandable since nanggaling siya sa ECUS. But as you can see, disabled ang ating sales order number. And if you click Stephen Jang, magre-refresh siya. Kukuha siya ng data from ECUS. And then ayan na, magkakaroon na siya ng value. And you're going to select that. And pag nag-view report siya, view that. Okay. So we have loads of Okay. So ano demo ba to? So na-create natin yung report body na parameterize na natin, including the cascading parameters. We have published to PowerBI and sadly hindi na ako makakapag-demo ng Teka lang. Tingnan natin. Na-differentiate natin yung paginated report, na-generate natin yung report from PowerBI service, nakapag-paginate tayo ng, nagamit natin as drill down, no? So naipakita ko naman, but hindi ko nagawa yung mismong column. Maybe next time na lang siguro. Nakapag-schedule tayo ng paginated report email and nag-deploy tayo using the PowerBI report builder. Gumamit tayo ng cloud data source to the PowerBI service and report builder to connect to the PowerBI dataset as a report data source. nag-issue tayo ng DAX query to create the dataset. Nag-create tayo ng report body, which is yung table, simpleng table. And gumawa tayo ng DAX query at nag-parameterize tayo ng DAX query, and then in-implement natin yung cascading parameters, and then we publish to Power BI. Obviously, nakita nyo naman kanina kung paano gumana yung cascading parameters doon sa Power BI. Sadly, wala na tayong oras para gawin yung connecting sa on-premise data source. Maybe i-follow up ko na lang. No? Because now we are going to jump doon sa pinakamalaking question, no? SKUs and pricing. So magkano ba tong feature na to, no? Para magamit natin sa Power BI service. Close na natin yan, and then nasa yun. Ayan. So ito yung mga SKUs natin. So ito yung SKU ng ating Power BI Premium, and then you have the EM1, 2, and 3. So ang sabi kanina dito sa ating slides is that you need the P SKU. So itong EM1 to 3 at saka P1 to 3 para yan sa Power BI Premium, and then at P1 to 5 pala, sorry. And then itong A1 to A6, yan naman yung para sa Power BI Embedded. So itong P1 to 3, yan yung may capability, or hindi, lahat ng PSKU, yan yung may capability ng paginated report. No? So itong mga EM, walang capability ng paginated report yan. And then finally, sa Power BI Embedded, walang capability ng paginated report itong A1 to A3, but you have the capability for the A4 to A6. So looking at our pricing, no? So meron kang free, meron kang pro, and then you have the EM3, which is a 3K. You have 5K per instance per month sa premium P1, and then kung mas galante ka, you have the P2, which is 10K a month. You have the P3, which is 20K a month, and then you have the P4 and P5. So P4, 40K, and then P5, 80K. Murang-mura lang. And then finally, you have yung pricing ng ating Power BI Embedded. So you have the pricing for the A1, A2, A3. So walang mga paginated report yan. Ang pinakamurang paginated report is ito. For the Power BI Embedded is 6K, and then you have the 12K, and then the 24K. No? So ayun. Sa madaling salita, ang pinakamurang ano mo dyan is ito, itong Premium P1. Ay, oh no, hindi ko kayang bilhin yan. Wala akong pambili. So ang pinakamura mo is yung yung yearly commitment ng natin. Magbabayad ka ng 1 taon para maka-discount ka ng 1K dollars, no? Which is 5K per month. So, kung ayaw mo magbayad ng 1 taon, 6K per month. Okay? So, yun na. Any questions? May certificate po ba tayo after, sir? Wala po tayong certificate. Well, itanong nyo kay Luis kung may certificate siya. Pero more likely, hindi ako pipirma ng certificate.
Yeah, I think more than the certificate, the value of having like experienced speakers, practitioners, share their knowledge and experience and expertise on the topic that we have on hand is more than the certificate, right? But for those who actually completed the event and for those who registered, we will send you a confirmation email, and that will include, upon the discretion of the speaker, that will include the slides, the presentation that you can go back to. And of course, you will still have access to the videos, the video recording on YouTube and Facebook. So, which is great, right? You can always go back to that. And again, as Argelo mentioned earlier, we will have our first Wednesday workshop on Power BI on Paginated Reports. Is that correct, Argelo?
Yes, Paginated Reports.
Yeah, on Paginated Reports on Wednesday. So that's next week. So we're already on community quarantine by then, a general community quarantine. So for those who are interested, please keep checking our Facebook page. We will provide the registration link there, and it's limited slots lang because we want to focus on those who will really find value to this workshop. Okay. All right. So is there Argelo, again, just to remind everyone, for those who are still viewing us, the communities that they can join so that they can get the support they need in learning data platform.
So ano lang, sisingit ko lang doon sa doon sa workshop. So I would be providing yung environment na pagde-deployan niyo ng report, and I would also be providing yung environment na pagkukuhanan niyo ng data. So in this way, makakapag-focus kayo on report authoring. Gagawa na kayo ng sarili yung report.
Yeah, and again, it's not something that's more generic, more general than what we're having every Saturday. The It's more focused. It's a workshop type, so Argela will
Yes.
help you understand the technology in depth, and you can actually you get the opportunity to actually practice, right, Argelo? And
Yes.
yes, and
Guided ko
in
kayo.
yeah, you're fully guided, and it's in an actual environment that you can create something out of it, so it's not just a discussion like this one. And
Yes.
for the question, guys, for this session, you can always message us on techph.org on Facebook, and also you can send us an email. We sent you an email earlier reminding you of this event, so if you have any question that you weren't able to ask Argelo tonight, you can just send us an email. Okay, and if you'd like to connect with Argelo, of course, Argelo we'll be more than happy to connect with you on LinkedIn. So that's Royce Bautista on LinkedIn. And but of course, if you have any question, you can just send us an email, course it through TechPH, and Arjun will be more than happy to answer your questions about paginated reports with Power BI. Yeah. Okay, Arjun, we really enjoy the time that you spent teaching us paginated reports. It's a very interesting topic, and yeah. How many dogs do you have, Arjun?
Siguro 5 yata 'to.
Lima. Yeah, I really thought na ano na nanakawan na kayo because they
May
they were
pusa pa
very
kami. Kaya maingay.
yeah, they're very lively, but that's okay. We're all dog lovers here. So, sabi nga nung isang viewer natin, ang ganda daw ng background
Background
music.
music.
Okay, guys,
Ay,
don't forget guys to also just to add
yung
before we
aso
end
na
the
yung
session.
magto-talk next time.
Yeah, yeah, I just told that meme actually na yung aso na lang daw magto-talk and magsi-seminar. So on June, we have our online Saturday sessions on design and development. So on June 6, 5 p.m., we have design and engineering team culture at UX Society with Harvey J. Season. And same day, 6:30 p.m., introduction to product design with Pierce Janota. And on June 6, same day, UX fundamentals with Rain Liao. So those are our upcoming sessions. That is next week. So guys, if you want to get their session packs, have access to the Q&A, please register to the event. You can scan the QR code on your screen right now if you're using your laptop, or you can also access the link provided to the in the comment section. Okay, and additionally, okay, for everyone who knows someone who's looking for an opportunity in IT, just kickstart your career in tech by scanning the QR code over there. So there, I'm gonna show that, and you'll also find the link on the comment section. Okay, don't forget about that. So you can refer your friends to the job and get as much as 3,000 pesos if they are successfully hired. And lastly, Salesforce is one of the most how do you say this without offending Argelo? One of the most prolific IT career. So you can learn the fundamentals of Salesforce for software developers by scanning the QR code there. So limited slots only. That's this June. Okay, and lastly, I would like to thank again Argelo. Thank you so much for taking the time to share your
Salamat
knowledge.
din for organizing this thing.
Yeah, and we're
This
gonna do this all the way until the end of 2020, 2021 for the rest of the year, and yeah, definitely next year as well.
hopefully
Uh,
makaulit.
this, yeah, yeah, of course. The Wednesday workshop. It's not going to be a one-time thing, guys. So we hope to have as many people trained in this technology, and There's an amazing opportunity for you as well. This is one way for you to upskill yourself, or probably shift careers. Because Argelo is a great testament to how well-paying a data or a business analyst career is. Diba, Argelo?
Oh, yes, syempre. Sabi, naka-ECQ tayo, buhay ako. Buhay kami, mga data analyst. Nakakapag-work from home kami.
Yeah, which is very good. There's a lot of people who are looking for opportunities right now. So
Maraming
while we
salamat
have while we
sa
have the
ano.
time, and we have like our amazing resources like Argelo, who is willing to share this content for free. So I'd like you to take advantage of it and also share it to your friends that we have this um, platform that they can learn new skills without actually signing up for anything, right? So this is actually the purpose of techph.org, and I hope you can help us guys spread the word.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's about it. And guys, in a few minutes, we will also have augmented reality and the future of learning with Paulo Espiritu in a bit. So I'll just switch broadcast, and we'll be streaming live in a few minutes as well. So Argelo, thank you so much for the time. And again, we'll be sharing to you all the information discussed on tonight's session. So just kindly make sure that you already registered to that. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Argelo. Have a great day.
Thank you then.
Okay. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.